Hi. Now we're going to continue with the same edge that we previously worked with, where I showed you we took 1/4 of an inch and we folded it over. But now we want to make this inside of that folded edge look nice. So now all you do is you're going to take that raw edge that you just folded over, and you're going to fold it over one more time and iron. So basically, we already had it folded over. So now we're going to take that same edge and we're going to fold it over one more time, again about 1/4 of an inch. Now because we did 1/4 of an inch previously plus another 1/4 of an inch, that would give us a total of a 1/2 inch. So that's roughly what we'll need for this edge to be completely finished. And one thing I didn't say in the video before, which I've learned, I don't have to be, or you don't have to be a perfectionist, especially if this is your first time. But one important thing that you want to do is you want to make sure you take your time and try and make your edges as straight as they can. And even if they're off just by a little bit, because even when I cut these, they're off by a little bit. When I say off by a little bit, it should have been 21.75 in length. It's a little longer, but where we will make the adjustments is when we get to the final hem, because that's the part that's going to hang down the hem. So we can make adjustments if our valances are off by, or your valances are off by 1/4 of an inch or whatever. Don't be hard on yourself. I used to do that all the time until I learned these tricks myself, that because this is the top portion, what we do to the bottom is going to make the biggest difference, because when you make your adjustments for the bottom portion of your valance, that's what you want to look even. When people look up at your window, they won't say, wow, that one's hanging higher or that one's hanging lower. And when we get to that part, I'll show you exactly how we can make that precise. And as you can see, once again, I took that 1/4 of an inch and I did it straight across for this valance. So I went all the way across to the end. And again, if this is the technique you will use, you will need to do it for all four. Now, and if you recall the first edge that we did, because I can still open it, it still shows you the raw edge on the inside. But that second stitch that we did, look how nice it made the top of this look. You cannot see the raw edges. And what we'll do is we're just going to use our sewing machine to stitch it closed. So again, I'm just showing you this first technique, and again, do it for all four of your valances if this is the technique, and this is how your edge should look when you're done. You cannot see that raw edge anymore, and technically this is going to be your final top hem for our valance. So please take the time to visit my website, BustaWraps, BUSTAWRAPPS, BustaWraps.com. Bye-bye.